Hi there. You guys know the drill by now. We are talking with REMAX agents. So those agents at the center of REMAX Centre Realty. And today we are talking with the one, the only Tom Cali. Hi, Tom.
Hey, Kate. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. I must say, are you the one and only Tom Cali? Are there a
No,
bunch
there
of
was
you running
actually
around?
there's if you Google Tom Cali,
I should have.
I believe there's an actor named Tom Cali.
No.
And my dog is playing with her squeaky toy. Anyway, yes. So there's an actor named Tom Cali. There's also an actor named Joe Cali who was in, I believe, Saturday Night Fever.
Ooh, very cool. Very cool.
Little information about the Cali last name.
I like it. Now, people may already know this about you, but in case they don't, where are you from originally? This Tom Cali.
I'm originally from Dunmore, Pennsylvania, which is right next to Scranton. I always say that if Scranton was big enough to have a suburb, Dunmore would be the suburb. Literally butts up against Scranton.
Gotcha.
Small town, when I was growing up, maybe about 18,000 people or so. And Scranton had about 100,000 people.
All different. So we were just talking in the office here a few minutes ago about if we remembered our high school mascot. Do you remember what yours was?
Sure. It was a buck. It's the Dunmore Bucks. And I should go and get my high school yearbook and I'll show you a picture of Miss Buck. But so the highest honor that non-academic honor that a woman could get at Dunmore High School is being named Miss Buck, which involves having kind of a sequined outfit and a football helmet with antlers stuck to it, and they're all sequined. And she could twirl the baton, and Miss Buck would be like the head baton twirler, if you want to call it that, at football games, basketball games, or what have you. So, and I remember who Miss Buck was when I was in high school. It was my good friend, Nancy Olivetti.
Look at that. Yeah, you knew the mascot. You knew who won it. I mean, you're on top of it.
Yeah, and she's now married to Rick McDonald, who was another one of my good friends in high school. And they've been married for a long time. And he was actually superintendent of the Dunmore School District until he retired a few years ago. So you asked the question about high school, and I gave you much more information than you were looking for.
I did. Listen to you, name dropper. I hope they don't mind being part of our video.
I still actually have my Letterman's jacket in my closet that has a bucket.
I should have prepped you with these questions so you could have been prepared to wear that. But luckily, we just do this really casually. So next time, wear the Letterman jacket. So Tom, you're not in Dunmore now. You're not in State College now. Where are you doing this interview from?
So I am sitting in my living room in Pasadena, California, home of the Rose Bowl, of course, a few miles from Los Angeles, base of the San Gabriel Mountains. And I think it's going to be mid-70s and mostly sunny today, just to let you know. Now, I understand it's been...
I just rolled my eyes just to let you know.
We've had some warm days out on the East Coast. But the nice thing is, it's kind of like this for a good portion of the winter. So I moved to, my wife and I moved to Pasadena. Oh boy, it's 2 years now, but crazy. Probably for the first 6 months, we spent most of our time in State College and a little bit of time out here. So technically about a year and a half we've been out here.
But still doing real estate.
And I am still doing real estate. I have my team back in State College with the wonderful, wonderful Tracy Wagner and the fabulous Nicole Hoover, two great partners. We have a nice team. And I'm here for advice, whether it be via a Zoom call, a FaceTime call, a phone call, email, text messaging. So I am around to give, what do I have now? No, since 1979, I don't even want to add those numbers up. It's too big of a number. 40 some years of real estate experience. And I'm around for advice and give as much wisdom as I possibly can.
Can you come back? from time to time. And you do come back from time to time.
And I do come back every once in a while.
Yeah.
But Tracy and Nicole, they do the legwork. You know, they'll go look at properties, they'll show properties. I rely on them heavily, and I think they still rely on me a bit.
So who would make a better Miss Buck, Nicole or Tracy? Or
I don't know. That's a tough one. They're both, they both could be good Miss Bucks, and I'll tell you why. Number one, they're tall, so they have a good presence, and I say that lovingly because I used to be a little bit over 5'4", and now I think I'm about 5'4".
But still with a great presence.
But I guess a decent presence. But anyway, they're both athletic. You know, Tracy played volleyball in college. Nicole played basketball. She runs. You know, so it's. I think they would. I hate to say that they would be equally good at Miss Buck.
You're being honest, though. Okay, that's fair. That's very fair. Now, you have a great team behind you, which is fantastic. You come back and forth from California to Pennsylvania, and you're here for real estate advice. I mean, whoever reaches out to you is in good hands.
I would tend to agree with that. It's worked out really well. A lot of my clients that I've worked with over the years have stuck with me. They've called me. They've said, "Hey, Tom, we're ready to sell our house and buy something bigger. We're ready to sell our house and buy something smaller. We're ready to sell our house because we got a job somewhere else. We're ready we're moving into State College, and one of your clients referred us to you." So I've gotten all sorts of contact, and I talk to them, tell them where I am. I explain that I'm around for advice, and that Tracy and Nicole will do the legwork. And so far, it's worked out very, very nicely.
I tend to agree, for sure. Well, Tom, sometimes I like to add to these interviews or end with them about something that people may not know about you. But I have to say, so this morning, random story, I thought of you when I was putting my socks on, because they were just plain. I know I wear like plain white socks, like just like the most plain white socks. And I was like,
oh my.
I'm doing this interview with Tom Cali today, and he would be so disappointed in my
Absolutely.
choice.
Absolutely.
Do you even wear socks in Pasadena? Like, you're probably in flip-flops all day long.
I don't wear flip-flops because, as you know, I'm a pretty avid runner, and I've now run 35 marathons and countless miles preparing for the marathons and all the other races that I tend to run during the course of a year. So putting all those miles on my feet, my toenails have gotten pretty well wrecked. So I don't want to expose the world to my toenails.
Okay.
And so I don't wear flip-flops.
This just took a left turn. I was talking about socks, not anymore.
So, however, I rarely wear socks. Now I just have, nice casual slip-on shoes that are very light. And that's what I tend to wear every day. I do wear socks when I go out to run. But for the most part, no matter where I go, even if I'm kind of dressed business casually, I don't wear socks. I wear dress shoes with no socks. So most of the time I'm not wearing socks. However, when I do wear socks, I have to say they tend to be on the colorful side. So I do not have a pair of solid color socks.
You don't have any solid colors?
I have none. Zero.
Christmas present.
No, I have no solid color sock. Oh, with one exception. Although they have a little bit of a design somewhere on them. I do have a pair of pink socks that are fairly solid.
Okay, that doesn't count for boring compared to my boring white socks.
No brown, black, blue socks. I've got striped socks. I've got check socks. I've got socks with beetles on them, like the beetles, not the bug, the actual beetles.
I definitely pictured the bug.
Yeah. I've got socks. So, images from, say, Yellow Submarine or one of the Beatles.
You're funny.
Beatles movies like that. Yeah, I've got, and you know what? The nice thing about having those kind of socks,
Tell
you
me.
never have to worry about putting one black and one blue sock on, which people have done, right? They get up in the morning, they're
Tip of the day, people.
yeah, their eyesight's not working well, and they grab a black and a blue, and next thing you know, they're at work and they look down and say, "What the heck did I do?"
Not Tom Cali.
Not me. Nope, can't do that.
That's
So
funny.
I don't think that's something that most people don't know. Maybe there are people that don't know that, but most people that know me
I know.
know that I have a very colorful collection of socks.
This is true. Now, two things. One, when I said I'm wearing white socks and I think you're disappointed in me, you did not disagree. You did not say, no, Kate, I still love you. More power to you. Let's just make a note of that.
Yeah, regardless of what color socks you wear, you are still one of my favorite persons in the entire world.
Oh, thank you, Tom. Right back at you. So the second thing is what would you share that maybe people don't know about you? Is there something?
Boy, that's a real tough one. I think most people know that I'm a really avid runner. That's kind of been my thing for quite a long time. And most people know that I tend to like to dress nicely. I tend to be concerned about what I'm wearing, and try not to be very drab with my clothing. But what I think not a lot of people know. Most people know I like cars, right? Because I've had some nice cars, mostly German cars, or some type of European car. But most people probably don't know that I'm really into muscle cars and hot rods and that sort of thing.
I feel like I didn't know that. I feel like you may be lying right now.
What's that?
You're not lying right now? This is true.
I am not lying.
Oh.
I like to watch NASCAR races, and I also like to watch Formula One races and running races, and but I like muscle cars. I go to car shows when I can to see everything from old Porsches and MGs and Jaguars and Ferraris, but I really like to see that Shelby Mustang, or an old Corvette, or a 57 Chevy, or an old Ford, or the hot rods, a Deuce Coupe and that sort of thing. Wow. So yeah, I really like that sort. I don't have one, but who knows? One of these days.
Yeah, maybe someday. Well, I feel like I've learned a lot about you, from your head to your toenails. All good things. So if you need any assistance with real estate, reach out to our guy, Tom Cali. Tom, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome, Kate. It's so glad to be able to talk to you for a little bit and to see your smiling face. And we'll be back in State College in the next couple of months. So we'll see you when I get back.
Sounds good. Thanks, Tom. See ya.
Bye.
Bye, guys.